Hey everybody, good morning. This is Kevin with Texas Yardman and Mower, and today I'm featuring a video on sharpening your lawnmower blade. And today I've got this mower that I've had since 2013 and it's now 2024. It's a Craftsman 6.75 motor, 190 cc's. It's a self-propelled lawnmower. This has been an excellent lawnmower. I've been using it for all these years, and a lot of times it'll just start on the first pull, and I just use it for my front and backyard. I don't really use it for anything else, but it's been a great mower, and in all these years I have not sharpened the blade which is that's my fault, but it really has been doing the job just fine. I just decided that I wanted to sharpen the blade that's on there, and maybe I can get a better cut, but just something that had popped in my mind, and I thought maybe this video could be helpful for others. I've got some tools over here. I got some PB blaster, I've got a block of wood, and a 14mm wrench. It fits on there, so it's nice and tight. So I don't know if it uses metric or standard, but that's what I'm using. And I've got a file set and a scraper. And over here, this is a little bit something different. I've got a stump that I've attached my stump vise into, and I'm going to use this to stabilize the blade while I sharpen it. So I'm going to show you how that's done. Here's the side cover for the chute for where the grass comes out, and I've got my file set here, and I've got a coarse and I've got a finer tooth file, and I'm going to be using that. And it really doesn't take very long to do this, but I figured I would do a video on this since many of us have lawnmowers. And if you just come around here, one of the other things I wanted to show you, you can tell the date of your lawnmower because it's built or marked right into your serial number. And on mine it's 08, it's the first 6 digits, 080913. So it was August 9th of 2013 that this mower was built. And it's been a great mower. If you're looking for a lawnmower, Craftsman makes a good lawnmower. And there's different ways you can get to the blade. You can either just do it simply by leaning it back and the lawnmower is up at an angle. That would work just fine. You would just have to set something down here on the handle to weight it down so it wouldn't move. The other way is to lay it on its side, and if you do lay it on its side, you want to make sure that the gas and the oil or the carburetor side is up. You don't want it to be on the downside, because then the oil can mix into your carburetor and your gas tank, so you don't want to go that route. One of the features on this mower is they have these. You'll see these. That's for hooking a garden hose up to clean the underside, but I don't ever do it. You could do it. I've never tried it, but it's supposed to wash the underside. Today what I'm going to do is simply move this lawnmower over, since I'm doing this on my patio, and I'm just going to lay it on its side. But before we do that, one thing just popped in my mind is we want to make sure that you unplug the spark plug anytime you're working on it, because you don't want it to start up while you're working on the blade and then your hands get ground up by the lawnmower blade. So just make sure it's disconnected. You won't get any spark that way. And I'm going to go ahead and lay this on its side. This one's a little bit heavier lawnmower, so you can see the underside. I've never really even cleaned underneath this, but you can see actually how clean it is under here. There's not much grass or anything. There's some stuck up in there. Here's the motor assembly for the wheels when you're doing using the self-propelled. There's some grass stuck in here. I'll just pull that out. This is a great time to do some maintenance. And it's just a testament to how well built these Craftsman mowers are. You can see that this is belt driven here, and here's your blade. And on this blade, and not all blades, but this is OEM, which means it's the original blade, it says that it's stamped into the metal grass side. So that tells you that that's the side you want to put the blade on. These aftermarket blades probably don't have the stamp on there, but one way you can tell if it's going on the right way is these blades turn counterclockwise when they're cutting, and so you want to make sure that the blade side is facing forward as it turns, because there is a back side to these blades right here, and you don't want that side cutting the grass. You can see on this blade there's a chip right here. Probably I hit a rock or some twigs or branches. I'm notorious for running those over. I'm just trying to get the job done, but that's what happens to your blade right there. And we're going to try to file that out when I take this off and sharpen it. But there's some buildup in here. You can just take that scraper. Let me grab the scraper. And so I've got just a simple paint scraper. You can use a screwdriver, you can use whatever works for you. There's just that little bit in there. Everything else looks good, no buildup. Pretty amazing for all these years. There's some grass stuck in here. And I am going to take this blade off now, so I'm going to grab this wrench over here and we'll get this taken off. Hopefully it'll just come loose. It's lefty loosey, righty tighty. You can hear me say that in some of my other videos, and you'll notice that the blade spins when you do that, so you've got to either hold the blade with your hand or put a block of wood in there, and I've got a block of wood as well. But I'm going to go ahead and put this camera in the tripod so my hands are free and I can just break this loose. Alright, be right back. Alright, and we're back. I've got a block of wood and I've got some PB blaster, and we're going to try to break this loose. So I've got a piece of wood in here wedging the blade, so I'm going to try to, wow, that just came loose real easy. Didn't even have to hit it with a hammer or anything. So we got some washers on here, so be careful you don't lose those. And there's the threaded bolt and the two washers on there. One's a lock washer, one's a larger washer. And you can see that it's the star pattern, so it's got 6 points. That is there to help hold the blade while it's moving. And we're going to go ahead and just take that off, rock it. There we go. And there's your blade. And there's the star pattern. And I'm going to bring this in a little closer so you can see it. Some mowers have little notches where these have to line up, and that helps hold the blade on the lawnmower to keep it level and flush. And then also this pattern here as well. But we can see that this blade, I would guess that it's at probably a 60-degree angle here if you're looking at it. I don't know if you can see that or not, but it's a 60-degree angle from here, from this point. And what we're simply going to do is just file this side down. I don't know if we're going to be able to get this out of here. This is a big chunk of metal that's missing. So this side, it's got a little piece here. Might be able to file that down, but well, at least sharpen it. So I mean, the blade is let's see, 11 years old, never been replaced. So this is in remarkable shape. And this is where it says grass side. So you always want to make sure that side is down. And then, so we're going to go ahead and I'm going to put this into the vise and we're going to sharpen it. So I'll be right back. Now we're back, and I've got my blade and my file set, and I've got my stump vise that I have pounded into the side of a stump. And since I didn't want to go into my garage and use the bench vise, I'm just going to improvise and use this little vise that I bought. It's for when I'm out and working in the yard, or maybe out at my property. I use this as a temporary way or means of holding things while I work on them. So I'm going to go ahead and show you me putting the blade in there and sharpening the blade. It should just only take a few minutes, 5 minutes or less. So here we go. So I got my blade. We're just going to simply put it in this vise. And these are really, I bought this for my chainsaw blades, so I can just have it with me and be able to file and sharpen my chainsaw blades, but I'm using it for my lawnmower as well. So we'll go ahead and start with the rough file first. And you want to make sure that it's at the same angle as the way that it is right now. We're just going to take off and try to smooth some of this metal and try to get an edge on here. And this is kind of coming loose, so we got to retighten. And you don't have to push down super hard, just do a light pass each time, and you want to do it in one direction and then pick it up and move it back and come forward again. And you can see it's starting to take that surface metal off. And I can see some divots in here, so those are getting smoothed out. Okay, I'm going to take you in here and I'm going to show you. So I've got the camera in the tripod here, but I'm going to bring in the camera here so you can kind of see that blade. You'll see all that fresh metal. You got the shiny and then you got the dirty. So you can see where I've taken off that surface metal, and I was able to put a edge on that. And now we've got to flip the blade over. And let me zoom out. So we got to flip this blade over, and you obviously would do the other side, but for the sake of time, I'm just going to show you that there's a back side to this blade, and you want to take those burrs off, if there is any. And I can feel it just a little bit. So we're just going to take this file, and we're going to take those burrs off. There, it's nice and smooth. So you can see that blade now. Now, I could get real picky and try to take out some where these indentions are, where the file didn't get it, but this feels pretty good. I don't think I'm going to be able to get that out of there. I would just have to order another blade at this point, but I'm just going to continue to use this. It's been working fine. I just decided to sharpen this blade, and then we would obviously do this side next. And you want to make sure you're keeping at the same angle while you do this. Then we got to knock the burrs off. And there you have it. You got bare metal, and that blade is sharper than what it was. So also on here, I wanted to point out, oftentimes they stamp the part number for a replacement blade, but as long as you've got your serial number of your unit, you can go online, and Sears Parts Direct sells blades, or you can get them even on Amazon. So we're going to go ahead and put this blade back on. But before we do that, we got to make sure that it's weighted properly. And so typically what you would do is pound a nail in here and set this on and see if it's weighted like that. I don't have a nail right this second. Trying to see if there's something around here that I can improvise on, but and what you do is you just put it on the nail, and if it's level, then this blade is properly sharpened, and you can go ahead and put it back on the lawnmower in the reverse order in which I showed you. So just make sure that it says grass side down. So we'll go ahead, and I gotta grab a nail, and I'll be right back. Alright, and I'm back, and I went and got a nail, and I pounded it into the side of the stump. So we're going to test out the weight of the blade. And you can see how it's pretty much staying level. Let's bring it out a little further. Okay, so this side is going down a little bit. That means that it's heavier. This side is lighter, so we're going to have to take a little bit more off this side, a little bit more metal, so that it balances out. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. So we're going to put it back on here, and we're going to take off some more metal. It wasn't much, but we'll take some off here. And remember, this isn't rocket science. Anybody can do this if you have a few basic tools. It's very easy to do. Let's check for burrs. Not feeling any burrs, so we're good there. Let's spin this around and put that on there and let it weigh out. And that's better. And the reason you want your blade to be balanced is you don't want to put it on and then you start your lawnmower up and the blade will wobble and kind of shake the motor housing. So you don't want that to happen. You want to make sure that this is nice and level, that it's weighted on both sides properly. And this is pretty good. It looks good. So I'm not going to take off any more metal. It's pretty level. So we are going to put this blade back on. And I think what I'm going to do is order a spare. I don't know how much longer I'm going to have this lawnmower because I've had it for so many years. I'm kind of itching to buy a new one. They say you're only supposed to get about 2 or 3 seasons out of a lawnmower, but if you buy a quality one like I did, then Craftsman is a great brand. It's treated me well. And so, I mean, for the number of years that I've had it, 11 years, that's a testament to the quality and workmanship. Now, I know that Sears sold their tools, and I don't know who owns the company now, but hopefully they didn't alter the quality of their products. We're going to go ahead and put this back on, and I'll be right back. You just move the camera here. So we're going to look for the grass side stamp on here, and it's right there, so we know that the blade is going on properly. And then I'm just going to give it a little bit of this. It came off real easy, but it's always good to re-lubricate parts. And you just simply screw this back on. And then we're going to tighten it down. And you can wear a glove so you don't hurt yourself on these blades. But I'm going to use a block of wood. And they say you should do 70 to 90 foot-pounds. I'm just going to use my own strength and gauge it, since I'm using a like a box end wrench here. That's on there pretty tight. So there's our blade back on, and we are ready to mow grass. So you may see a little bit of gas on the ground, but this was pretty much empty. But I am seeing a little bit of oil here, so you want to make sure that you lay a rag down or something just in case liquid or fluid comes out, either oil or gas. And that is all there is to it. So you guys who are like me, who did not sharpen their blade at any time recently, that's how easy you can do it. Just get you a cheap file set. Harbor Freight Tools sells them. I think I picked up this whole kit for 15 bucks. Oftentimes they have coupons that you can get, 30% off, 20, 10, 15, or they have sales. Let's see if I can zoom out a little bit. And there you have it. Get out there and sharpen your blades. You can do it maybe once or twice a year during the growing season when you're using your mower. But it's an easy job and you can do it within 30 minutes. So if you got something out of this video, please give me a thumbs up, like, comment, and share. And if you want to be notified of any future videos, please hit that notification bell in the upper right hand corner. Thanks again for watching. I appreciate all my viewers. Have a great day.